Call the roll, please.
Yes.
Billy, yes. Yvette,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
and Devin.
Yes.
And would somebody like to make a motion to approve October's minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve October's minutes.
I'll second.
Michael made the motion. Chris made the second. Call the roll, please.
Michael,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Devin,
Yes.
Yvette,
Abstain.
and Billy, yes.
All right. I think we're ready to hear the first case.
Right. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Good evening, Planning Commissioners. Tonight, the first item on the agenda is a variance case submitted by Ronald Tafur for a property located at 6545 New Peachtree Road. The applicant is here tonight asking for relief from Section 23-703, subsection G, which requires that the finished side of a wooden fence must face out to the neighbors. The application before you all tonight is solely about the orientation of the fence. The fence has already been constructed, so if approved, the applicant can proceed with obtaining a fence permit and finish out their open code enforcement citation case. Here's a photo of the front of the home. You can see the newly constructed fence here to the right-hand side of the house. Here is a slide showing the location of the property. It sort of sits on the island of Oak Cliff Road, New Peachtree Road, and Buford Highway. Here's a site plan showing there's two fences on the property. The orange line is an existing chain link fence that's owned by the applicant. The blue line is a 6 and 8 foot tall wooden fence. Of course, it was constructed without a permit, but the finished side is facing in the wrong direction. Here, the green line shows the portion of the wooden fence that was installed correctly, where the finished side faces out. The red line signifies the portion of the fence that was installed incorrectly, where the neighbor is seeing the rails and the posts of the fence. Staff did find conclusive evidence of a hardship towards the rear of the property, where the grade difference is about 15 feet. So if you see on the lower right-hand corner of your screen, this is taken from Buford Highway. There's a landscaping business where, as you can see, there's quite a bit of grade difference where the bottom concrete sits lower on the picture, and then the fence is about 15 feet higher in elevation. Just given that topography change, it would be very difficult to reverse the style of the fence, just given the steep drop-off. Along the side property lines, staff did not find a hardship. There's no substantial change in topography along the sides. There is a chain link fence. However, the chain link fence abuts the wooden fence, but the chain link fence does belong to the property owner. Essentially, the hardship is that, or the lack of hardship is that the chain link fence is really man-made. It's not kind of naturally occurring on the property. It could essentially be removed, where the wooden fence would act as the privacy fence for the applicant. And as you can see, photos were taken on New Peachtree Road looking towards the side of the fence, which you can see on the circle to the very top of the screen. On the bottom left-hand screen, that's looking at the other side, oriented toward the side property line. Staff is recommending approval, but this condition only approves the portion of the fence that lies along the rear property line. This essentially states that the side property lines, the fence would need to come into compliance. We did advertise this case in the newspaper. We posted a public notice sign on the property, and the applicant is also here tonight if y'all have any questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Any questions?
And if we can allow the applicant, I guess, see if they want an opportunity to come up and speak before we open up for questions.
Okay. If the applicant would like to come forward, you can have up to 10 minutes. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Pretty much what Mr. Trevino explained is my situation, is my case. The reason why in the back is kind of hard for us to redo it is because of the drop in the topography. And then on the sides is because there is the double fence and the space is a little bit limited to work on that part. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do whatever you guys decide to do. I just gonna follow whatever is your decision.
I have a question for you. The chain link fence that is currently there upside of the wood fence, is that your property as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
The reason why I had to install a wooden fence was because in the back, they have some mulch and other material that whenever they scoop off the material, some of the dust come into my property and the chain link fence won't block it. And then on the side, I mean, it's like, probably it's not the best looking chain link fence, but at least it's like you can say like double protection, because right across from my property, there are some homeless people living there. And I seen some people like staying there overnight. And because like right next on the right side of the house is a Latino church that they only work apparently on the weekends. So during the weekdays, it's empty and sometimes they stay there too. So that's why I decided to put even like a taller fence. And I double checked with both of the neighbors. I know that they are not enforcing the code law, but I asked them about the height, if that was okay, because it was 8 feet on the sides and in the front is 6 feet. And then here, I confirmed that 8 feet tall fence is allowed. But I made the mistake of facing everything in instead of facing it out. And I assumed wrongly that since I had already a fence, it shouldn't be probably a problem or something like that.
Yes, I had a quick question about that chain link fence. I'm not really familiar with how exactly those are constructed. I was wondering if you could say a bit more about the hardship that prevents you from removing the chain link fence so that you can access the side fences to reverse them.
Your question is mainly like if it would be easier to remove the chain link fence?
Yeah, because my understanding was that because the chain link fence was there, it would make it hard to work with the wooden fence. I was just wondering, what about the chain link fence? Is it something where it's just a matter of, is it a matter of busting up some concrete that's holding it in there, or yeah?
Yeah, usually the base of the post have concrete. It's like I bought it like that. It's not that I installed a chain link fence. So yeah, I bought it like that.
Okay, thank you.
Is your neighbors using that fence as a shared fence, like part of their fenced-in property?
Well, on the right side is the Latino church that do their activities on the weekend. I don't know if they are using that for.
I mean, do they have like a fenced-in yard where that fence is part of it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Can you come again, please?
Like, are your neighbors using that chain link fence as a shared fence for their fenced-in yard? Or I know that was not brought up.
But since now I have like the other fence, it's like, even if I remove it or keep it, it's going to be like the fence is going to work as a barrier or like privacy for both parts.
So it's not going to cause an issue for your neighbors if you remove it?
I don't think so, but I can double check with them.
Is it attached to your neighbor's chain link fences?
It's right on the limit. Like they don't
No,
have. a fence.
okay.
It's just.
I think that's what Michael,
Yeah, that was a better.
that's what Michael was trying to ask of if you took the chain link fence down.
The fence line change, probably you don't see that, Oh, maybe in the bottom picture, like on the left one, you're able to see, well, it's like a little bit hard to see it, but it's there, still there.
Yeah.
And both of them are in my property.
Thank you.
If the problem is the appearance of the wooden fence because it's not facing out, even if I remove the metal, the chain link fence, I don't think it's going to make a difference unless you want me to remove that to build the fence facing out.
All right. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think it's about time to open up public comment. Anybody wishing to speak in favor of this item, please come to the podium or use the raised hand function on Zoom. Anybody wishing to speak against? All right, we'll bring it back up here. Any other questions? All right, would someone like to make a motion on this item?
I make a motion to approve with the conditions.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, Billy made the motion. Devin made the second. Call the roll, please.
Billy, yes. Devin,
Yes.
Yvette,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
All right, so this will go in front of City Council in 2 weeks. And I think we're ready to hear the next case. This is my first Isabel presentation.
Good evening, Planning Commission. My name is Isabel Ibasada. I'm the city planner. So for today, we're looking at CE-25-06. This is located at 6695 Peachtree Boulevard, Suite 200. The applicant is JBL Rental Management, and they're requesting for a conditional use permit to allow for an automotive and truck rental with the T-5-C, which is Urban Center Conditional Zoning District. Here is where it is located with a Google Earth view off of Peachtree Boulevard. So some things to note about the business model. The suite will only be for employee administrative activity only. The rental process is handled completely through the Turo app online. So bookings, communication, and payments are all handled through that. The vehicle pickup and returns are from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., their business hours, and are by appointment only, meaning that minimal foot traffic is generated through this business model. Handoffs are mostly contactless with methods such as lock boxes and remote unlock. And I do want to note that off of Peachtree Boulevard, very close by, there is an enterprise that's there that is present in the same area. Google Street View has it there from as far back as 2008. So the use is already active in this area. Here's the street view. The Suite 200 is in building number 6695. 6695 has 5 suites total. And here's the site plan. So as mentioned, it is part of a larger office complex. Building 6695, as mentioned, has 5 suites, and the complex has a total of 332 parking spaces. The lease currently allows for 5 visitor spots and 12 additional spots, making a total of 17 spots that make up about 5% of the total of 332 spaces. Here's the floor plan. Again, as mentioned, it's only being used for employee administrative activity. And here is a photo of the designated parking area. And staff is recommending approval.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant here?
And the applicant is here today.
And if the applicant would like to come up, you can have up to 10 minutes to speak.
Hi, sorry, excuse my nerves. My first time doing something like this. So good evening, members of the Planning Commission. My name is Bavu. I'm a first generation immigrant from a family of small business owners. Entrepreneurships and community contributions are values I grew up with, and today I guess today we're respectfully requesting approval for to operate a small business from the office space. I'd like to run you through some key points. First being, it supports a local economy. So anywhere from our guests coming here from out of town, so short-term rentals, long-term rentals, and medium-term rentals. So we have a big hub of medical center there that people come in and they utilize the vehicles. So there's a lot of business traffic that do come through in terms of the local business, such as your gas stations, obviously, our maintenance shops, along with other restaurants in the area. And along with that, our business model is right now it's very small, but it helps offset some of the COVID crazies, as you all know, in terms of the car prices and things like that. So we do offer a way to help others build financial sustainability, or I guess stability. And that is through some of our hosted vehicles. So that's about roughly 7% of our fleet. Our fleet is roughly 90 vehicles at the moment. So 7% of that is a hosted vehicle, which Turo allows on their platform. And it helps offset some of the car loans that people may have gotten themselves into. And we're kind of helping families and kind of offsetting some of those loans, and kind of strengthen their financial footing as well. And 3 is we're promoting sustainable and efficient use of the vehicles. So we have our fleets of hybrids along with electrical cars, and that kind of helps become more energy sustainable, if you will. And then the last point is just our commitment and compliance. So we service the vehicle regularly to ensure that a lot of these vehicles are within the guidelines of whether or not they should be on the road. I know that we all miss maintenance here or two, but within our guidelines, we typically don't miss even an oil change past the 5,000 mark, and our treads never go below, I guess, the red, if you've ever seen your tires go into the red. So with that in closing, the business reflects my value of hard work and community support and responsible growth. It not only provides flexible transportation, help locals earn income, and build stability. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any questions?
I'm sorry, you said you had 90 vehicles that you operate?
Yes, but typically we operate on utilization. So obviously the vehicles won't, we want them to be as utilized as possible. We're ramping at an 80 to 90% utilization. So typically we're only seeing maybe 10 to 10 back or so, if they're not maintenance, of course. But
So you have other locations around the metro area then?
we plan on expanding, but that is going to be not the expansion of just this location. We're shifting to Marietta and the airport as well.
Okay, thank you.
And you said your company owns over 90% of the fleet of vehicles. So I'm just not familiar with how the Turo app works. I know that you can rent your own vehicle on it, but it seems like the vast majority of the vehicles are owned by your company, right? Okay, thank you.
You did state that you 90% of the vehicles are owned by your corporation. And this is just, curious because it was stated and you said it would help with this might not be verbatim, but it would help with the jobs or the opportunities for people to have employment. How so if you already own 90% of it? So,
Well, that's, I guess one is the employees themselves. So if that's what you're talking in terms of job, the other one is more so financial stability, because I know that during COVID, you all saw the price hikes of vehicles. And so a lot of people went under in terms of their loans. So what we do is we kind of share the revenue with them, whatever the vehicle makes, we give them that and they help pay off their loans. And if they have idle vehicles and things like that, that also helps offset that as well.
Anything else? Okay, thank you.
So thank you.
So let's go ahead and open up the public comment. Anybody wishing to speak in favor of this, please use the raise hand function or come to the podium. Anybody wishing to speak against? All right, any further discussion? Yeah,
Can I ask you a question? You said that there's an enterprise nearby.
Correct.
Do they have a CUP for their?
Since they were back as far as 2008, I don't currently have any record of what, if they got one or if they did, when did they get it?
And why are they having to get a CUP for this?
The current use table says that if you want an automotive car and trunk rental company in T5, then you do have to get a CUP.
Okay. So the enterprise is essentially grandfathered in for now. Is that what's?
Most likely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
would somebody like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve CUP-25-06.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
All right, Chris made the motion, Devin made the second. Call the roll, please.
Chris,
Yes.
Devin,
Yes.
Yvette,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Billy, yes.
All right. And again, this will come in front of council in 2 weeks. And you don't have to, neither one of y'all have to stay unless you absolutely want to sit and watch us work. You're more than welcome to leave. And let's go ahead and hear the next case, please.
All right. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. The third and fourth item on tonight's agenda will be presented together. However, they will be need to be voted on separately. The rezoning will need to be voted on first, and then the conditional use permit will follow. The applicant tonight, Cheng-Woo Lee, he is here before you tonight asking for your consideration for approval of a rezoning and a conditional use permit for a property located at 6489 Peachtree Boulevard. Mr. Lee is asking to rezone this property from OI Office Institutional to T5 Urban Center. He is also asking for a conditional use permit for a commercial recreation establishment that is greater than 3,000 square feet. This proposed business is to open up an indoor golf simulator establishment. Here is a location of the property on Google Earth. Nearby uses are multi-tenant office buildings, auto repair shops. There's also a large warehouse park located directly behind this property off of Peachtree Square. Here's a Google Street View of the property. It was a former rug cleaning business. Also, they attended leather care services. It was known as Jason Clean LLC, and this has been sitting vacant for 3 years now. Here is the existing floor plan and the proposed floor plan. The way the building is currently built out now, it is primarily a large work area space. It has a couple of offices. What the applicant is proposing to do is build out a few golf simulator rooms. You can see that to the left of the proposed plan, they're more private rooms. To the right-hand side, they are more open to just the general use of the business. The proposed business seeks to have at least a minimum of 6 simulator rooms. They also want to provide golf lessons by a certified golfing instructor. They want to host leagues, tournaments, and they want to have social events. There will be concessions for guests. They will offer like retail golf products as well as non-alcoholic beverages. Hours of operation, and there was a typo in your packet. It will be from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They anticipate to have about 7 staff persons on staff. And in regards to the proposed zoning, we've looked back at the history of the zoning on this property. Historically, the zoning maps show that this property was zoned C2, which was our general business zoning district. This went back as far as 1966. What the C2 district was it was like a heavy commercial district. It allowed for essentially all commercial services. I think this was because it was located on a busy thoroughfare, Peachtree Boulevard. So it allowed for all commercial establishments minus manufacturing and minus industrial uses. So back in February 14th of 2022, the city rezoned this property from C2 to O&I. This was because the city was going to get rid of the C1 and C2 districts. And also the comp plan at the time and the current comp plan designates this property as the office hub. So the comp plan looked at this area as more office centric and also to allow for educational uses. So maybe like a beautician school or a technical school, any institutional use. The issue here is that the property owner leases this building. They've been having a lot of issues finding office tenants as well as institutional tenants. It's very hard to, they have not been successful in finding a tenant to go in this space for about 3 years. We understand that the comp plan does not support rezoning to the T5 district. We look at this as kind of one of those few exceptions where, C2 was an appropriate category back then for many decades. T5 now acts as our C2 district. It does allow for many commercial uses. It does allow for residential uses as well. But given that C2 was allowed here, it's not a out of character choice for a proposed zoning district. Peachtree Boulevard is adequately enough to handle the vehicular traffic and the pedestrian traffic. So no traffic improvements would be needed for this area. It's not located adjacent to an entrance to a neighborhood. It's well buffered by a warehouse park. So all in all, even though the comp plan does not support it, staff was really looking historically and made our determination on what is the full potential of this property. What else did I need to add? As we're updating our comprehensive plan, which we're doing right now, we have to adopt it by October of 2026. We are going to look at this area in greater detail. Right now, it does not. It only allows for O&I and OW. So because it's located on Peachtree Boulevard, we're looking to expand. We're wanting to see what are the options as far as zoning categories that this stretch can handle. We do see the being located on Peachtree Boulevard, all the frontage parcels could potentially handle a zoning district other than O&I and OW. So that will be a part of our analysis as we update our comprehensive plan. So with all that said, we are recommending approval for the zoning change from O&I to T5. We are recommending approval with condition on the conditional use permit. The basis for this condition is that all the fencing on the property must comply with the current zoning regulations. Right now, there is fencing in the front yard as well as the rear yard. It does have barbed wire, which is not allowed in T5, and a front yard fence in a commercially zoned property is also not allowed. Also, this establishment would require about 45 parking spaces, and having this fence here kind of obstruct parking spaces, we don't want that to happen. So just having the property come into conformance as far as the fencing. So that's the reason for the condition. The applicant is here tonight to answer any questions. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. The applicant can come up to the podium and you can have up to 10 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Cheng Woo Lee. I flew here from New York around 25 years. I'm very first time like this place. But it's we are serving the community around 16 years. I'm run the nonprofit organization. It's all Korean. We're going to we helping the downtown Atlanta almost 10 years. Every week, almost 450 person feeding. Something like that. Then I landed the 20 years restaurant business, but one of my friend has the property owner. He suggests me almost 3 years not lease anything. That's why we thinking about it. We planning. Then I want to set it up to the golf simulator. Right now, it's a very technology high young people using the computer, but using the same working at the fitness club and on the screen, and something meeting place. That's why I want to build it up just the inside. I want to. We don't change the outside, just the inside. We change that. Build it up the business. That's why I applied to the city of Doraville. First time I'm joined to the. I got a lot of friends of the DK County and Doraville, and not Doraville, Gwinnett, Duluth, something. But I'm very first time joined to you guys. That's why I'm very appreciate. The request yours use CUP or rezoning. That's why I'm coming here. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Yeah, please come up to the mic so people at home can hear you.
This is my friend. We're working together.
Yes. Well, my name is Yumi Henta. I'm a former Louisville City Councilwoman, and that's my husband, James. And he works as a planning in City of Louisville as well. But this is our friend. And, you know, this is a great idea to me because I used to, when I first came to Georgia, I worked at, it's called FATS, Firearms Training System, where we did a simulation for the police department and fire, you know, preparing how to shoot, how to engage, and all that stuff. It's a simulator. And to me, like, who don't, okay, all of you, do you like golf? Do you want to learn how to play golf?
I support other people that want to play golf.
Okay, yeah, you know, the thing is, this is a simulator, so even you don't go out into the field, you could still pretend as you, and you learn how to, you know, use. And this would be a great educational as well, keeping the young people to come to learn. And so, like you say, you know, I mean, this building been empty for 3 years, and my friend, I call him my older brother, he had a great idea. And I think to me, this will be a great way for you guys to get the tax assets and also increase your revenue as well, to bring in more businesses and more people. And so this will be win-win situation. But if you guys don't do that, then I'm going to take him to Lilburn because we really do want to have one of those, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for hearing. And I know that you guys are doing the recommending to the council, and I pray that you guys will make it okay. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Post something out so that, yeah, I'm mailing 5 copies.
If you'll give us just a minute, you can come up and do the speaking in favor of. So just give us just a minute. All right, did you come up with your question? Okay.
Came up with a question. That, and Albert, you might have missed it. I mean, you might have mentioned it, but I don't recall hearing it. What is the capacity of that building and what is the parking requirements for the size of that building? People capacity and parking requirements.
Yeah, so the building in total is 10,000 square feet. Their proposal would create about 9,000 square feet of general public space. The 1,000 feet that's is not included in that would be like utility rooms, offices, the concession stand. So per the parking standards, places of assembly is 1 parking space per 200 square feet of general public use. This site does have about 45 to 50 existing parking spaces, and the required parking count would be 45 minimum. So they're just at that minimum for parking.
Thank you.
Answer your question. Any other questions? All right, let's go ahead and open up the public comment. Anybody wishing to speak in favor of this item, please come up to the podium or use the raise hand function on Zoom.
It'll be real.
Wait, we can do this as both, right? For the public comment? Yeah, but we can do the zoning and the CUP together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm just making sure we don't have to do this twice.
Oh, okay.
I guess I jumped too early. I'm supposed to come for this.
You're good. All right.
I was
Please,
gonna just say, it's really good.
please state your name, where you're from, and you can have up to 4
My name is
minutes.
James Hampton.
Thank you.
As she said, I'm from Lilburn, married to her. Anyway, because office demand has declined, that's one of the, I'm sorry. Because office demand has declined so much because a lot of people are working from home. In fact, I was looking at Doraville. Y'all have 14.3% working from home. And that's actually large compared to the country rate if you look at it. But anyway, a lot of demand for retail, dining, service-related business. So the market condition is great for that. I highlighted economy and community benefits. You know, it attracts more small businesses. People like to come out and have fun. And, you know, you have activity, which is one of the things that I want people to unite. You know, a lot of diversity too. Everybody plays golf. Well, most everybody. Ladies, men, you know, different. But then it's actually compatible with the surrounding location when you think about it. It's going to bring more businesses in. Okay, I also said it aligned with your 5-year plan and the fact that it support your long-term goals, revitalization of unused office space and has been unused for a while, encourage infill and redevelopment by reducing vacancy and promoting reinvestment in existing infrastructure. It also going to enhance the visual character and bring activity into the center. And in conclusion, I just think it's a wise land use, you know, and I'm not going to say no more, even though I got more things, but that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Anybody else wishing to speak in favor of this item, please come to the podium or use the raise hand function on Zoom. All right. Anybody wishing to speak against? Okay, we'll bring it back up here. Any other questions or discussion?
I just have one comment. Um, that the space where it's located or the location of the building, it's right off of that access road, if I'm correct, on, off of Peachtree Dunwoody, I'm not Peachtree Dunwoody, Peachtree Road, Peachtree Industrial.
Boulevard?
Thank you.
Mhm.
It's that, it's not on it, but it's that access road right aside of it.
Correct. It's on the access road.
And is there a sidewalk on that road or no?
No, sorry, let me go the other way. There are not any sidewalks established. There is a dirt path made by pedestrians walking on there. But no sidewalk currently.
Are there plans by the city to put in a sidewalk over there?
No near-term plans. We would probably need to seek out some CBGB funding for sidewalks. But, sidewalks have been our priority recently. So we're just trying to kind of pinpoint areas, and I'm sure this area will come along in the future. But no plans as of right now.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? All right, this is going to be a two-parter, so if somebody would like to make a motion on Z 2505.
So we need to approve the first one and
We
then,
have to do the zoning and then CUP. Yeah.
And the staff conditions apply to the zoning and the CUP or?
Well, we have to change the zoning and then the CUP is for the use. Yeah.
Yep. And the conditional would only apply to the CUP if recommended by you all.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve Z-25-05.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a second?
I will second that.
Okay, Chris made the motion. Michael made the second. Call the roll, please.
Chris,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Yvette,
Yes.
Devin,
Yes.
Billy, yes.
Okay, and then would somebody like to make a motion on CUP 2505?
I'd like to make a motion to approve CUP 25-05 with the conditions.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Devin made the motion. Chris made the second. Call the roll, please.
Devin,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Yvette,
Yes.
and Michael,
Yes.
Billy, yes.
All right, and this will go in front of council in 2 weeks. And enjoy the rest of your evening.
Well, once you get approved, I have to get an alcohol license.
That's also a CUP if I remember correctly. So we might see you back for that one. All right. And did we have any staff comments?
No, other than we hope everybody has a happy holiday as they celebrate or if they celebrate Thanksgiving. So
It's at least a day off, even if you don't celebrate.
yes, so everybody have a happy holiday and no other further comment.
All right. Thank you. All right. Would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Devin made the motion. Chris made the second. Call the roll, please.
Devin,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Yvette,
Yes.
Billy, yes.
All right. Good night, everybody.